Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hit or Miss Hallmark Movie Reviews. Hope everyone's doing well.
Welcome back.
We're officially in Spring into Love.
We've sprung into love.
I'm very excited, yes. And what better way to welcome it than with a Tyler Hynes movie? Come on.
Feels appropriate.
Love him. He's obviously one of our favorites. He's obviously one of your favorites. No doubt about that.
Yeah, spring is just an excuse for him to wear his leather jacket for sure.
Love it. So this is Tyler and Rhiannon?
Rhiannon? I think it's Rhiannon.
Rhiannon Fish.
Or Rhiannon?
They're both in this one. We last saw her in A Splash of Love, and here she is again on a boat in the Pacific Northwest.
I don't understand.
Always.
I mean, this is like her two in a row. I think Hallmark has a hard time seeing her last name and just keeps tossing her in these aquatic-themed movies. Like, it's really odd.
It's odd, but it's kind of funny.
I hope to see her out of the water at some point.
Yeah, let's see you do some other things.
But anyways.
What's this one about?
Well,
here we go.
Beth has moved back to her small hometown to help out her dad on his fishing boat. But when her Aunt Dodie, played by Samantha Ferris, breaks her leg, Beth volunteers to help out while she recovers. However, her aunt lives in Los Angeles, and Beth has a sordid past with LA and is reluctant to visit again. While there, she meets Jake, a photojournalist who begrudgingly takes pics of celebrities to help pay the bills. He happens to take a photo of Beth while taking photos on the farmer's market, and that picture mistakenly gets used for the cover of the LA Culture magazine. All the while, Jake bumps into Beth at a dog park, and they hit it off. However, how will Beth react keeping the fact that Jake's essentially a reluctant but practicing member of the paparazzi?
That's a long one.
So, what do we think?
As we've said, it's fair to say we love Tyler. He's great at being Tyler. He will always bring the cool guy vibe to every role. He's effortless, he's casual, he's sexy, he's charming, he's rugged. He's just all the things.
All the things.
And he's able to bring an edginess and grit to Hallmark, which I love. For me, that was the best part of the movie. But the other aspects weren't total misses either, but there were some definite issues for me here. I feel there was a bit of a disconnect in this movie between the first half and the second half. I personally was not a fan of the viral sensation storyline. To me, it just felt sort of unbelievable. You know, we're in LA, we're the general public in LA, no less, really taken by some random stranger's photograph of her just posing with some roses. These people probably see celebrities on the daily, so why this photo was so attention-grabbing, I'm a little confused about. Like, enough to go viral. It's not like she landed the cover of Vogue or Vanity Fair. It's just one of those like small little publications. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that she became such a huge viral sensation on one simple photograph on a small publication for a local little LA area, like a small area of LA.
That's the nature of viral. You never know what it's going to be and why. Like it's
maybe
it doesn't require explanation, really.
Okay. I also thought it was a bit out of character, just a little bit, for her to be so sucked into that world, considering how upset she was when she found out that someone took her picture without her permission and plastered it all over town, essentially. And I get that there's definitely some excitement and you can kind of get swept away by it all because it's all new and crazy and you never think it could happen to you. But I don't know, she just seemed like for a moment there, she seemed like this kind of lost puppy dog, just kind of following around what her agent would tell her. I mean, you know, in the end, she realizes it was all too good to be true and that Hollywood was just looking for another impressionable starlet that they could mold and manipulate. So I guess it was redeeming in the end. But there's just like a moment there in the middle of the movie that I didn't like the direction it was heading. And I think everything just moved so quickly after that. It really, like, the whole viral thing, again, like, does it really happen that fast? Nowadays, like, influencers are a dime a dozen, and you mean to tell me just some pretty girl posing with some flowers, causes such a craze in Hollywood? I don't know.
I can't believe you talked that long about that.
Well, I
don't think it's unbelievable at all. The public eye loves Mystery Girl. You remember Amber Lamps from the Bus Beatdown video?
No, I don't.
You know, everybody else does because people pay attention to stuff like that, especially guys. And also, her carefree character made complete sense how she handled her overnight fame. Of course, she's still gonna have like questions like who took the photo without permission and blah, blah, blah. But like there's two routes you go after that. Is the rest of the movie like a court battle? Like
There was one scene where she went to the magazine to ask about who took the photo and she was really upset about it. And then, like literally the next scene, she's embracing the opportunities that are coming from it. And as I mentioned, yes, it can be exciting and overwhelming. But for someone who hates LA, she becomes a stereotypical story of it.
She hated LA because of a single person. Like they
Yes,
made
but
that
the
very
whole
clear.
town is like
It doesn't
tainted
matter.
for her
Yeah,
because
but
of that.
That's stupid. Like, how do you play into
Nah,
that?
it just happened way too quick.
No,
There's
I mean,
so many influencers online. This one simple photograph.
That's
Granted,
how
it was
viral
beautiful.
works.
Just her posing with a flower. What's so different about that? What's so unique about that? What's so viral about that?
She's smoke show. That's what's different about it.
A dime a dozen smoke shows, okay? Everyone's a smoke show, pretty much, if you're an
you know what?
Instagrammer, you know?
Well, it worked for me.
Okay.
I would have clicked through.
I mean, I guess if it was Tyler, I would have definitely clicked.
And she's just a girl technically on vacation trying to make the best of the situation that could bring her a bunch of money. Like, what idiot wouldn't? That's a no-brainer. That definitely made sense, and you're just overthinking it.
I'm happy that they didn't actually end up following through with that storyline. That they brought it around, which is what I was happy about.
No, the only reason it was there is because they were in LA, and it was like you have to do the due diligence. The whole thing
think-
was to show that, like, you know, Tyler wasn't really happy there as well. Like,
And I liked that he kind of went to her in the end, to her small town, and said, you know, kind of like, I'll be wherever you want to be, even though I find that even unrealistic. But I liked that part of it because it was very romantic. It was kind of over the top.
I mean, yeah,
romantic,
we
and I
watch
liked
these we
that.
watch these movies for the unrealistic. We want to get lost. You want to get lost in the romance.
Also, the ending. I was a little lost by the ending. Like, did Jake end up just leaving and uprooting everything behind and moving to small town Washington? Like, is that what happened? Or did, like, I don't know, because all I saw was they just ride off into the sunset. And there was no follow-up. Like, were they staying in Washington? For sure.
It didn't matter. Like, again, this is not necessary. This wasn't a movie that
But
needed a little
why?
bow tied on top. Why does it matter where they end up? He said, I don't care where I am as long as it's where you are. So there's the love story. Who gives a They have a motorcycle. You drive off into the sunset. Like, that's where the beauty lies. They were just
No,
looking for each
I
other.
disagree. I need a little bit more context and a little bit more closure.
Again, I have to remind you, we're watching Hallmark movies.
Let's go to performances.
Sure.
Tyler, you know, I love seeing him. He's the standout for me. I can't help but be excited when he's on the screen. And I can't think of a better choice for a cool, sleek, Harley riding photographer than Tyler. I think he was perfect in the role.
Yeah, he works, always.
Always. I mean, it's hard to find him in a role where he's not being that guy. Yes, maybe he doesn't stretch his chops as much, but what he does well, he does like perfectly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That role. It's always him, and
Yeah,
I
but
like seeing it.
For me, it gets a little boring.
Does
It's like,
it?
Yeah, it's like you
I
can.
mean, I
you
can see that.
You can be
I
as
can
hot.
see
You
that.
can be as hot as him or hotter, but like
Yeah.
you're gonna need a little bit more. And I actually think in this movie we finally got a little bit more.
Don't
finally.
get me wrong. He needs to flex. I do think he should flex a bit more.
But this was him. That's the thing. It's like this was him flexing a little bit more. This
Maybe.
was him like letting go a little
Maybe.
bit, and it was great. But like,
it was
it's like,
still
there's
same
not-
old. It was
there's
still
not a
same
lot-
old Tyler.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Rhiannon. Rhiannon? Am I saying her?
I don't know, Rhiannon? Rhiannon? No, I think it is Rhiannon.
I like her. I was gonna say I'm on the fence with her, but I actually do like her. She's, you know, she's fine for the most part in this, but there are moments where she breaks into this kind of baby talk. It's literally baby talk, and we'll like throw in some clips here, but it's very sickly sweet. And I even said, like, why does she go to the baby talk? Like literal baby talk.
Some girls' voices just do that. Some girls are more girly. I knew that like immediately your review of
that's
that was
okay,
gonna be
but-
like, I don't like girly girls. I
Hey.
don't like girls that are girly.
I mean,
You can
that's
do-
my criticism of it. I just
Yeah, I
don't
know.
understand why she has to go there.
But
It's not
I-
necessary. I don't think it adds anything to the performance at all. I think it
No,
takes
but
away
that's
from them.
that's not something that's being put on. That's just some people are just like that. Like if you're bubbly, you're bubbly. If it comes out in your voice, then you know it's
Okay.
Yeah. Seeing Tyler's defenses get broken so early in the movie was the most refreshing thing I've seen from him in a long time.
I don't disagree
because
with that.
usually his character has like no depth. I'm just so bored of like cool guy Tyler, shallow, mysterious guy character where he doesn't like let up until the very end. Like to see him like
I definitely don't disagree with that by any means.
this is the best I've seen Tyler in a long time because of Rhiannon. I don't think it was necessarily their chemistry together. Like they definitely worked.
I thought they had good chemistry together. I
But-
thought she played the perfect girl next door. I agree agree with you on that for sure.
I mean, yeah, she was finally somebody that like looked like she belonged with Tyler on screen, finally.
Yes,
And I don't think there
yes.
has been yet. Even with Mallory, it's like, yeah, she was pretty enough, but they didn't have like a thing. For whatever reason.
Bethany. I think Unexpected Christmas.
That one is good. This is probably like one of my favorite Hallmark castings ever, just because
The two of them?
Yeah, because for whatever reason, they just looked like they could be a couple, and there was definitely a chemistry there.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I saw it right away. I saw the attraction right away, and that was great. That was great casting.
You know, and they had to make you believe that to make the end of him driving literally across the country,
giving up his like career, pretty much.
Well, but even,
look, I'm not
just spend the gas to drive across.
I haven't disregarded the fact that he's truly an artist deep down inside. Never. I know that. I'm just saying he definitely, like, even in terms of wardrobe and just his air about him, was definitely still a cool guy, you know?
Yeah. Anyways, Rhiannon is my standout. Hope to see her in a non-aquatic movie in the future.
Me too. Me too.
Something on land.
Yeah. I just want to call it two supporting performances that I really loved. So, what's his name? Robert
Wisden.
Wisden as Beth's dad. He's always the perfect dad.
From
Five Star Christmas, loved him in that. He's just very sweet and adorable, and he's always very supportive of his kids in like every movie. He's always the supportive dad.
He's my like #1 favorite Hallmark father. Always.
Yeah, I love him. Yeah.
He's another one of those like actors that like kind of marks a good film as well. It's like, you know, if he's in it, it's like as soon as you see him, and you usually see the dad character in the first 10 minutes or so, or 20 minutes. Yeah. As soon as you see him, it's like, okay, good. This won't be terrible.
There's like a sense of calm and comfort when I see him. It's like, oh, okay. I think we're in good hands here because he's in there. I also feel that with the other one who was in Five, Laura
Soltis.
Laura Soltis. I also feel the same way about her when
Actually,
I see her.
well, she was in the Slash of Love.
Yes, she was.
Remember?
Yes, we didn't like her in that. I know, but for the most part.
No, I know.
Like,
just to relate back to Rhiannon.
Another supporting performance here, Samantha Ferris as Beth's aunt.
Yeah, she was really good.
She had this kind of like tough love, no nonsense woman vibe, and you know, she didn't take crap from anyone, and I loved that.
It was kind of weird because she was like very forceful, and like the second time she met with Tyler's character, she's like, "All right, look, this thing came in the mail. I know you didn't order it. You take this book and you drive across the country now."
Demanding,
I was like, all right. He was like, "Yes, ma'am."
Just no nonsense. Like she doesn't want to waste time, you know? Like she knows. She knows. I think I mentioned this to you when we were watching it, but she kind of reminded me of a more mature, older Kimberly Sustad.
Yeah, like Kimberly Sustad in like 20 years or something, for sure.
Which was nice. I like that.
So let's get to the writer and director. The director here is Michael Robeson.
Yeah, you know what? His name didn't appear in the IMDb page. Again.
Where did you find it?
IMDb, whatever. I found it in an article that was written about
IMDb hates Hallmark. They don't give a
I know. I found it in a blog post that was written about the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Some other credits include Ottoman City, Romance in Style, and An Unexpected Christmas. That's where I remember his name from.
Yeah. The writer here is Donald Davenport. Some other credits include Christmas Comes to Canaan, Christmas in Canaan, and Love Finds a Home.
What's Canaan?
Yeah, there was a whole series there of Canaan. I don't even think I've seen them.
I don't know what Canaan is, though.
It's a place.
It's a place. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not too familiar, to be honest. I'm not too familiar. Yeah. Let's get to
Nit Picky.
So this is something that I read. This isn't something that I know of. Some people who are really into what's it called?
Oh, boat people?
Boat people. Boat people. I'm sure they have a name. I don't know. Sailors? I don't know. Nautical people. I have no idea.
Seafaring folk.
Yeah, I think they would have picked up on this because Beth describes a sloop as a square rigged thing, and a sloop is not. It's a...
It's not? Or it's a knot?
Oh, there you go. It has a fore and aft mainsail jib. Whatever that means. But supposedly it was a big enough flub to someone actually wrote about that. So
somebody always will. I mean, it's kind of fun picking out other people's nitpickies because they're always so crazy.
I was like, okay. But other than that, aside from like having some issues with the storyline, I didn't really have a lot of nitpicky in this one.
No, not really.
No, a hit. The photo of her was beautiful. It was
really good.
It was gorgeous. And
they made it look like a photo that would go
It was
like,
beautiful.
viral. If,
it was
if that
beautiful.
was.
Actually, all of Jake's photography was very beautiful. All the
Yeah,
stuff, all the pictures he had on the wall.
The art in it was.
I'm glad
quite
the
good.
production team, you know, put.
I wonder
a lot
whose
of thought.
photos those are. Actually, like, for real.
That would be interesting to find out. But they put a lot of thought into the art in this movie, and
Yeah.
I liked that.
It showed. I mean, it was nice. It looked like it felt like it was in LA, and it definitely wasn't, right? You know, you show the Hollywood sign every once in a while and go right back to.
I don't know where it was
Vancouver.
filmed. I'm gonna guess Vancouver, but I don't know.
It did kind of.
It did look like LA, though,
It did,
no?
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to look at this part again, but when he gave her this would be a hit. When he gave her the photo to try to tell her that it was him,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he gave her a different shot.
Yeah, it looked like a slightly different
It wasn't. It was like
perspective, right?
It was
Angle?
a shot before, or like 2 shots before the one that made the cover.
Well, it is.
To
You know
try
why?
to tell her, and it, like she didn't notice. I think
Because she said, "Where did you get this?" And she wouldn't have said that if it was the same photo as the magazine
Yeah,
cover.
it felt. I don't know.
But then he backtracked and said, "Well, I downloaded it from online."
Yeah,
And then she's like, "Oh." So I don't know. There was something a little unclear in the writing
I
there.
think no, I think it was, but I think it was actually just a good backtrack where he was just kind of like, no, I downloaded it offline and hoped that she didn't notice. But,
And that's
like,
what
I'm
happened.
pretty sure the photo was. We'll have to take a look, but
Yeah.
if so, it was pretty
it
good.
did look slightly different.
I
do
did.
remember
I did
that.
really like that.
Yeah.
Unless I was just seeing things.
Well, I think I saw that too, though.
Okay.
So, yeah. Hit or miss. Was this a hit or a miss? This was a hit for me. It was a soft hit. Definitely some problems with the storyline that I had. But again, it's just like my personal
Yeah, that's. I mean,
personal preferences of where I wanted the story to go.
those things happen when it's one of your favorite actors as well, and you know.
I can't help
in
it.
The last two.
But I
yeah,
liked it.
it's
It
gonna
was
happen like that.
enjoyable. It was entertaining.
Yeah, I
if
thought
you
it was
like
really
Tyler,
good.
you're gonna like
This
it.
was definitely a hit for me, and I actually felt it was like kind of one of the more romantic ones we've seen. And I'm really glad that Tyler was a part of it because
Yeah.
I felt this opened his character up even just a little bit more.
A little.
I mean, he has to show weakness. He has to like for him to like fawn over a girl in a movie was kind of nice. It's not like usual.
I don't think I've seen full-on vulnerability, emotional.
Yeah, it was nice.
But I don't think I've seen full-on.
No,
yet.
This was like
He's
a
capable
step,
of it.
This
I
was
see
a
it in
step
there.
the direction. Yeah, I know.
His
but, like,
eyes get all kind of watery and he gets really kind of introspective. I see it in there. It's just, he's waiting for that role, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay,
Um,
let's get to the list.
do it.
Promotion or deadline? Well, he does get a promotion because he gets offered the whole issue. I think that's a promotion, right?
For sure. Career-driven lead. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, you're definitely driven.
For him, for
Motorcycle
sure.
driven.
Oh gosh, a big misunderstanding. Yes. Who took the photo? We don't
Oh, yeah.
know. Well, we do know,
That's a
but
good
she doesn't
mystery.
know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Kind of old school. Change of heart.
Well, she was into him from the get-go.
I know.
And so was he.
I was actually thinking when we were doing the last review and we said
No, there
this
is
one
though.
always
She
hits.
was initially upset that he lied.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
she obviously changes. her
Yeah, I
mind.
guess so. I mean, it's always going to happen eventually, but I don't think it was there initially.
No, I don't think so either. I think they were both really into each other. Someone gets dumped, fired, or dies.
No.
No.
Second romance subplot? No.
Proposal or a wedding.
Travel issues. I mean,
I don't think so.
driving solo bike trip across the states.
But he didn't have any issues with that.
I get. You know what? It's
He's
true.
cool guy
there was no
Tyler.
issues. He did it. He just did it.
See? Selling the house, business, or farm.
No, I mean, there's
I think he quits his job. I think. I'm still
I think
unclear
it was
about
just.
that.
I think it was
but-
like a move towards quitting his job. I don't think it was.
Okay. I still feel like we need a bit more closure for that ending. I don't care. I'm standing by that.
One day.
Big city, small town transition.
Harry said yes.
Yes.
They almost kissed. Yes.
Yes. Love it.
I think they did. Or no, they just did one, and then they
Just
kissed.
one.
And then they kissed a bunch, a whole lot.
Mad dash. Mad dash to the airport.
Mad attached to the
The
port.
boat. Oh,
Just
the port. To the port where she was on the boat. Yeah. Yeah.
I
That was
guess
good.
It's not like that kind of boat. She did look kind of like a dork in the fishing gear. I remember you actually saying shit like, I like that outfit. I was like, oh, she looks like an idiot.
No, I thought she looked good. I thought she looked
The
good.
one time in the movie, I thought she looked stupid.
Well, of course. Of course. It's the one time you have to disagree with me.
Well,
Whatever.
why not?
I still stand by my views. I don't know if they were too harsh. I don't think so. I did like this. I mean, it's Tyler. I'm always going to gravitate to a Tyler movie, but I'm still going to offer some criticism if I see some holes in the plot or if I see the story moving in a direction that I don't like.
Sure.
That's all.
Of course.
We're all We're all free to judge, criticize. While
That's
still,
why we're here.
While still trying to be positive.
Always so positive.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Anyways, tell us how you enjoyed the movie. Did it hit or miss the Hallmark for you? Let us know in the comments below.
We'll see you very soon.
Oh yeah, my God, what's the next review?
I don't know.
We don't even know. We'll see you
Hopefully
soon.
it's a good one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.